This finally. Whoa, I can see you all. I can see Precious Anene. I can see Alex Amaka. I can see Christabel Andy. I can see Faith Oluwafemi. I can also see. Wow. I can see you all. I can see Precious Anene. I can see Alex Amaka. I can see Christabel Andy. I can see Faith Oluwafemi. I can also see. Wow. Welcome in, Queens. God, I don't know what's happening. Welcome, welcome. Please, I want to encourage you, if your friend, your sister is not here, do well to drag them all in. Because today, we're going to be learning something so vital. Like, so vital. We're going to be learning something so vital. Like, so vital. If you know you can hear me clearly, ladies, please comment, I can hear you. So that I know that you can hear me clearly. Because I know there was a bridge, a glitch somewhere. If you can hear me, please comment, I can hear you. So we go into what we have for today. Trust me, ladies, tonight is the night you've been waiting for. Like, the freedom you've been waiting for all this while is finally here. Good, good, good. I can see you all saying you can hear me. Wow, amazing. Joanne says she can hear me clearly. Okay, I think I can see all you guys, your reactions. Thank you so much. All right, so today I am so excited, ladies. Like, if you can see my facial expression, I am very excited because painful period is something that personally I have witnessed. Like, I have witnessed painful period, and it has made me, hey God, it has made me feel vulnerable to people I am not supposed to feel vulnerable to. I give you an example. I was telling them in the community, in the waitlist community, of how my mom will come to my room and then she will look at me and say, what's happening to you? Because the way I will squeeze myself on my bed because of painful period, I will so squeeze, I will be crying. Sometimes I will even be praying. I say, God, please take away this pain. I will be like, God, take away this menstruation because it's so painful and it makes you lose control over the things you are supposed to do. So honestly, no lady deserves to have painful period. And like I always tell you, ladies, painful period is not normal. Never. It is not normal at all. It is not normal. Many of us ladies have so normalized painful period. Like, you've normalized it. Even people have told you to enjoy that is normal. But today, we're going to be seeing what truly you need to know to break out of that painful period. Because this lady sitting before you, she came out of painful period that made her look so powerless. Like, it made me look so weak. At some point, I will be like, you are lazy. But truly, you know you are not lazy. I know you can relate to this, right? I know you can relate to this. At some point in your office, it feels like everybody is saying you are too lazy, but you know you are not lazy. Because what is actually happening is because your body is responding in a way that makes you feel weak. But today, after this class, you're going to be getting a good step to come out of that weakness. Because on the normal, my ladies, you are not weak. You are full of strength and energy. But in this class, I will be showing you what you really need to step up. In fact, ladies, let me tell you something. I saw a lot of you sending me private messages, and at some point I was crying because a lady told me that she has gone to different hospitals and even the medical professionals, some of them are even telling her that she should enjoy it. You know, that is actually so wrong. Many nurses, many doctors, I know most of you have encountered them, they've told you to enjoy it, that it's just normal. Nothing is normal about painful period. At some point, she even said that she'll vomit. To the extent she was vomiting yellowish substance. Like, ladies, imagine that. Vomiting while you are menstruating, and at the same point, you are losing blood. Like, at that particular expense, what you are actually feeling, you are feeling so less of yourself. She said to the extent that she even fainted. Man, ladies, trust me. None of you deserves to stay here. So in this class today, I want you to pay attention, because everything I'm going to be giving to you is actually what will liberate you from your painful period. And trust me, you don't need to even start spending you don't need to start spending money or start thinking I'm going to tell you to buy this or buy that. No, every single thing I'm going to be giving to you is something that you can actually begin to do beginning from today. Yes. So if you are with me, let me know that you are with me so that we can dive in to the various section we have. Comment in the section, in the comment section below. Tell me I am with you. Yes, let me see that you are with me. Comment below and say I am with you so that we can move all in. Someone even said that gynecologist said it is normal. My dear sister, Jennifer, it is not normal. Painful period is not normal. I will prove it to them in every aspect that it is not normal. Amazing. I can see all your reactions. Now this all comments you are making, you are showing that you want to come out of this painful period. And I'm so proud of you, ladies. I'm so proud of you. Amazing. I can see your beautiful reactions. Faith Oluwafemi, I can see your reaction. Yes, say it again. Obio Justina, she said it is not normal. It is not normal at all. Now, before we move into the various sections, because in this section, I'm going to be breaking that into 4 places. First of all, I'm going to be telling you what exactly is period, because you need to understand your body better. You need to understand what is your period. Your period is not just all about blood. So today, I will help you understand first, what is your period. If you're able to understand what is your period, then you will be able to see where your pain is coming from. You didn't hear me? Ladies, if you are able to understand what your period is all about, then you will be able to see clearly where your pain is coming from. And from there henceforth, you will then know truly that this stuff is not normal. Just think about it, ladies. Your period is a natural something. It's something that is natural. Without period, we know initially the first day I saw my period. Let me give you this background story. The very first day I saw my period, I went for an holiday at my aunt's place, and they were so excited. And the first advice they gave to me was that now you are seeing your period, keep yourself, because any little thing, you will get pregnant. And we all know this thing, ladies, right? That was the very first thing I was told about my period. And even when my mom came, she said the same thing, and they were all excited. They even promised to kill chicken for me, but today they didn't kill that chicken. But that is not my point. My point is, as ladies, our period is so important that the very first advice they give to you is that whenever you start seeing your period, that first time, you can now have a baby. True of us. You can relate to this, right? The very first time you see your period, you can now have a baby. But now, ladies, let me tell you something. Your period is not just all about having a baby. That is the thing we were told when we were growing up, that while you are seeing your period, you are not capable of having a baby, which is true. Very true. It is very true. You can have a baby. But before you have a baby, there are other things that are taking place. There are other things that comes in place before you have a baby. And that is what our parents did not tell us. That is what your mother did not tell you. That is what your sister did not explain to you. But that is something I want to explain to you today. Even in school, nobody explained it to you that like this. They just told you, go keep yourself so that you will not get pregnant. It's true. But before you get pregnant, there is something else that happens inside of your body. Before you saw that your first period, there was something that happened before you saw your first period. And if you can understand this thing, ladies, listen. If you can understand what really happened before your period came out, then you will get to understand that, hey, this pain I am having, it is showing that my body is telling me something else. So I want you to pay close attention, because from today henceforth, ladies, you will begin to see your body in a different way. Yes, I'm going to explain to you what happened before your period came out, so that by the time you are seeing your next period and it's coming out with so much pain, by the time it's coming out with so much pain, you will now trace it back to what I just want to explain to you now. So pay attention. Pay attention. Trust me, ladies, after tonight, you will see your body in a very lovely way. Now, going down to what happens before your period. What is your period? Before you actually see your period as a lady, now imagine this, as a lady, before you see your period, your body is already set to have a baby. That blood is not the sign that you can have a baby. No. That blood you saw on your pad that first time is not a sign that you can have a baby. No. Before the blood came out, there is a phase that took place. And in that phase, your body started sending out hormones. For instance, number one hormones your body sent out is called estrogen. If you don't know what estrogen is, ladies, estrogen is a female hormone. Every one of us as a lady, we all have estrogen in our body. Estrogen is a female hormone. Now your body begins to send out estrogen to actually bring out some female features. That is why if you notice before you saw your period, you started seeing your breasts. Do you understand? Your breast started developing. You started having hip, And estrogen now begins to play some role with another hormone again called progesterone. Please, ladies, if you can pay attention to this, I bet you will begin to see a greater way out of that pain. So like I said, estrogen, which is your first hormone that brings about your breast development, brings about other female features, your bumps begin to come out. Now this estrogen now begins to play a role with another hormone called progesterone. Now progesterone actually begins to build in your womb. We all have womb as women. That is why we are women, we're not men. We have wombs. Now in that your womb, progesterone now begins to tell your brain that, see, I want to have a baby. So they begin to take care of your womb, arrange your womb very well. Pay attention to what I'm saying. This is very important, ladies. Trust me. Progesterone begins to speak to your womb and it tells you, let's prepare to have a baby. By that time, they are arranging the womb properly. And with that, if you did not actually have a sperm inside of you, there was no fertilization, no sperm entered you, no man mated with you, automatically you did not get pregnant. Okay? Automatically, because there is no sperm inside of you, you did not get pregnant. So all of those work progesterone has done to prepare your womb to actually fertilize an egg, to host the sperm, all of those work it has done becomes useless because there was no sperm. So progesterone says, oh, everything we have done, nothing happened. By that time, what progesterone and estrogen will now do, they will now send out a messenger. Take note. They will send out a messenger called prostaglandin. This one is so important. Now that messenger, prostaglandin. They will not tell it, oh, we did not have a baby, oh. Please, all this house we have built, all this baby, all these things we have arranged for the baby, it didn't work out. Please begin to sweep it out. So prostaglandin will now start. What it does is that it now starts causing what we call contraction. That contraction is like sweeping out. It starts squeezing your womb. That is that little cramps you felt the very first time you saw your period. You find out that you had a little cramp before the blood came out. So prostaglandin begins to sweep out all those old layers. It's called uterine wall. It's called uterine wall. It begins to sweep them out because there was no baby. So prostaglandin pushes them out. It says, okay, there was no baby, let us push it out. And the moment it is pushing it out, you are having contraction. Are you with me? You are having what? Contraction. And that contraction is what is that cramp you are feeling. Yes. Prostaglandin, that messenger. You remember the way I explained it to you? That initial messenger is what started causing that cramp you started feeling, which is very mild, little cramp, very mild. That is how you got your period. So when it is now sweeping out the wall of your uterus, the wall of your womb, prostaglandin is trying to sweep out, squeeze out things out. That is now the blood you felt. The blood is not just only blood; it contains mucus, like something like a white. Let's use the word. You know when someone blows their nose, that stuff that comes out. Yes, so your blood contains something like that as well, and it contains other particles. That is why when you see your blood, it's not just watery, it is a bit thick. So that is how you got your period. I believe you now understand what brought about your period, right? If you understand it, please let me know. So that is how you got your period, ladies. That is how your period came about. Now, the whole issue of period pain, what really caused that period pain for us as ladies, is that messenger called prostaglandin. The very cause of that pain you are feeling, that pain that made you not to go to work, that pain that made you to squeeze on the bed, like I told you, I will squeeze. If you see me fold like this, you will not even believe it. I will so squeeze to the extent that even my friends will be like, I don't understand what's wrong with this girl. Please get better, because they are scared that probably I'm passing out. So the whole reason you are in that pain, my dear ladies, is because of something called prostaglandin, that messenger, that initial messenger. Yes. Now, the problem here is that prostaglandin is not bad though. If you remember, I told you that prostaglandin was actually trying to obey your hormone. It's not bad. It's very good. Prostaglandin was not bad. But the whole issue here is that when it becomes too much, when that messenger becomes too much inside of your womb, that messenger called what? Remember the name of that messenger, right? It's called prostaglandin. Good. I believe yes, I love the fact that many of you are following up. Good. Abigail said, I understand. Amazing. 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 I can see all your... Priscilla say, I understand. Very beautiful. I love the fact that you guys are picking up, because if you understand your period, then you are set to end the pain. Now, that initial messenger inside of your womb called prostaglandin, when it now becomes too much, that's where the problem starts coming for you. That was when I started having my own painful period. That was where my own problem started from. That was where your own problem started from, ladies. So just imagine it like this. Let me give you another instance. Imagine you are wearing your clothes, okay, your gown, and it has a zip at the back. You now tell maybe one of your siblings, you know, ladies, sometimes it's not like our hand cannot reach the zip, but you just want it to be easy for you. So you now call your siblings or your colleagues, say, please come and help me zip down. And while they zip down, it was okay. One person helped you to zip down. It was okay. Now imagine you now told about 5 people or 10 people to help you zip that your cloth down at once. What do you think will happen? 5 people, 5, or let's say 10. You told 10 to help you zip down your cloth at once, what do you think will happen? What will happen to your zip? Tell me in the comments. Let me know if you are following up. The zip. Tell me. Amazing. 10 people coming to unzip your clothes. The zip will tear down. That zip will automatically pull out. On the normal, one person ought to help you to unzip your clothes. But if you are calling 10 persons to help you zip down, at that point, exactly, she said the zip will spoil. Oh, the zip would spoil. Amazing. You guys are following up. It will spoil. Ah, this queen, you guys are really intelligent. Amazing. It will spoil. So the same way, one of the causes of our painful period is that when there is over secretion of prostaglandin, when there is too much of prostaglandin in our womb, they will be dragging your uterus, they will be dragging the wall of your womb, because they are trying to sweep now. That force is the pain you are feeling. That force is the pain you are feeling. So the reason, listen now, the reason you are feeling that pain is not because you actually inherit it. Maybe somebody will say, my father, my mother had it, my sister. No. Some persons say that the mother did not have it, the sister did not have it, you're the only one that had it. Good. That is because your own womb is having too much prostaglandin. And I will tell you, that is why you are here, okay? That's why I'm your favorite nurse. I will tell you what makes your prostaglandin to be too much. Now we've settled one. One of the causes of that painful period, like I said, is too much prostaglandin in your womb. Now the second cause, this one is the one that I want you people to pay attention to. The second cause of that painful period, why we have that painful period, number 2, is as a result of hormonal imbalance. Somebody say hormonal imbalance. In short, I think I was a victim of oversecretion of prostaglandin, and I was also a victim of hormonal imbalance. Yes. I told you guys my own story. I also shared the story of a lady who sent me a voice note. Her own was so worse that everybody in her house were praying for her. Everybody in her office were pitying her, which is not nice enough. Period pain will make you look like the weakest person in your office. So the second thing is called hormonal imbalance. When your hormones as a lady, remember I mentioned 2 hormones initially. If you're just coming